All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another podcast welcome to different ends of the spectrum. My name is Brendan Donahue.
My name is Carter Donahue.
Yep. And we are movie experts. We have seen hundreds of movies over the last couple of years, actually over 100 movies. Speaking of which, actually, how many movies have you seen in 2026?
I believe the number is 16.
Yep, you've seen 16 movies. I've seen 14 so far. Carter's got me by a couple. But what we do, we actually go to the theater every single week. We go see a movie, and then we bring it back and we talk to you about the movie, what we thought, what we did like, what we didn't like, and then our ratings. And then we also talk about kind of what's coming up next, right?
Yeah.
So another way in which I would say it's fair to say we're movie theater buffs. But I like Carter. You're wearing a T-shirt today. Where's that from?
It is from the Warner Brothers tour that I did with my mom in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I unfortunately couldn't go, but I was psyched that Carter got a chance to go see it and talk to us about it. And so, what were the big highlights?
I would say that you got to see the actual costumes from the movies like Batman and all the Warner Brothers IPs. It was also another cool thing that you got to see the sets and like that some places have really iconic scenes in some spots.
Yep. Yeah, I guess when you guys were there, that the scene, the sets from the TV show Friends, you could see kind of previous TV show sets, and then the newest one, The Pit.
Yeah, they were filming the pit and the elementary school one.
Oh, Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, Abbott Elementary is great. And ironically, The Pit, one of the main actors from The Pit is actually in the movie we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're huge movie fans. The other thing, and this is important to say, we do not work. We're not paid by AMC, but I have to say we get a great deal from AMC, and I'm going to talk a little bit about we're A-list members, and A-lists cost $25 a month.
Yeah.
And what does that give us a right to? How many movies can we see?
4.
4 movies a week in any style we want. So it could be Dolby, 3D,
40.
4D. So we can see it any way you want, $25 a month. But I think it's important to say, actually, and so my birthday is next week. And the reason I say that is because I got an AMC notice just the other day that I get a free popcorn and a free large drink as a present for my birthday.
Isn't it for the whole month?
Yeah, you're right. It is.
So you gotta prioritize that and see
Yeah.
when you actually use it.
Exactly. I can use it any time in the month of April, but obviously we go every week, so I can use it whenever I want. Um, and so yeah, so it's just for $25 a month. The other thing is, for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 off coupon. So I mean, I've had times where we're getting 10, 15, $20 off some of our food because of the money we spend for our movies, previous food orders, etc. So for every $50 you spend, you get $5 back. So a lot of pretty cool AMC rewards. And the other thing that's cool is no matter how busy the theater is, we go on a Friday night or a Saturday rainy afternoon when the theater's busy, we get a special VIP food and beverage line.
Yep.
What did you get this week?
I got the kettle corn, which is gourmet popcorn, and they're bringing it back on popular demand, so I wanted to give it a try.
Yep, kettle corn. Carter went kettle corn. I went regular popcorn, as I've talked about previously. I have my popcorn pass, which gets me half off. I paid $30 for the year, and it gets me half off popcorn every single week. So that was I would say the AMC experience. It's only a couple miles from our house. We think it's awesome. And so again, we don't work for AMC, just giving our honest opinions.
Yep.
So the other thing we also like to share is what's coming up. And so Carter and I, we do not show up to the movie late. We come to the movie, we get to the movie early because we want to see all the previews. I love watching previews. And so what were our previews for this week?
Uh, they were.
Well, one cool one was there's an anniversary movie coming up. So it's a 35th anniversary of what?
Silence of the Lambs, and then we saw Spider-Man: Brand New Day,
Yep.
Scary Movie 6.
So Scary Movie, that's the movie where it kind of makes fun of horror movies. It's a spoof.
Obsession, which that looks really good, and then the Beast movie.
Yeah, Beast looks great. That's Russell Crowe is an MMA coach, and so it looks like a pretty cool kind of. And I love Russell Crowe. He's always great.
Mandalorian and Grogu, and Devil Wears Prada 2. There's an early release at the end of the month for that,
Yep.
but it technically comes out May 1st.
So lots of great movies in April, and the Michael Jackson's coming out too, right?
Yeah.
And so
We'll talk about the other releases later.
yeah, okay, cool, perfect. So that was the previews, and so what movie were we talking about today?
We are talking about Ready or Not. Here We Come 2.
Yep, Ready or Not, Here We Come 2. And so Ready or Not, Here We Come 2. So we also did see the first one. Did you have to see the first one to watch the second one?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it kind of ends in the same spot. I won't specifically say what if you haven't seen the first one, but if you've seen the first one and watched the second one, you know.
I agree. It is helpful to have seen the first one. So I would recommend if you want to go see the second one, check out the first one.
Yeah.
And so what's the movie rated?
R.
Yeah, it's a rated R movie. Why do you think it's rated R?
Because of like the violence, swearing, and the goriness.
Yeah, it's also. I mean, I will say, Ready or Not, Here We Come 2 sometimes has a bit of a demonic theme, which I think is also pretty adult. So that's I think the other reason why it's rated R.
Yeah.
So what about how long a movie is it?
It is an hour and 48 minutes.
Yep. And the other thing you get here on different ends of the spectrum is Carter is huge on if there's any post or mid-credit scenes. Does this movie have one?
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not. So.
Oh, you forgot about it doesn't have any end.
Doesn't have any end.
End credit scenes.
No, it does not. Absolutely not. That's right. So before we get into talking about the movie, we always think it's best to show you the trailer so you can get an idea of what the movie was like. Want to play the trailer?
Sure.
Hide and seek? Are we really gonna play that? Thank God it's over.
You've caused quite a stir, Mrs. Ladomas. You married into that family. Now they're dead. What you didn't know is that this goes far beyond them. By surviving hide and seek, you've triggered a new game. This time against the High Council families. Double or nothing. This part will be familiar. They will try to kill you.
Welcome to our home.
Hunters, may the best family win.
Skippy screams.
The game begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not playing.
Okay. Prunella, kill the sister.
No! God damn it! Don't hurt her!
Whoever wins runs everything.
Everything?
The world.
Can't believe you dragged me into this shit.
It's exciting. What exciting for me is terrifying for you.
Clear.
that is Ready or Not, Here We Come 2. So I think it's a pretty interesting movie. I think you may have noticed from the trailer there's some familiar faces. But actually, I think the stars of the movie are kind of not as familiar. So, want to
Yeah.
talk about the cast a little bit?
So the main girl, her name is Sarah Weaving, and she was in the original Ready or Not as the main character she's playing in this movie. And she was also in a movie called The Babysitter in 2017.
Yeah.
And the girl that's with her, her name is Catherine Newton. She was in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium and Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Yep. So as you saw from the preview, there's also some familiar faces in there. So, go. You want to say something?
No.
Okay. So, a couple ones so the kind of the ringleader of this whole, for lack of a better term, contest is Elijah Wood, and Elijah Wood, as many of you know, played Frodo in Lord of the Rings. Other familiar faces: Sarah Michelle Gellar, who was she was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was in Cruel Intentions, another big movie. She was good in it. And then the guy who was one of the lead actors in the movie, in the TV show The Pit, which is a very popular current TV show streaming. His name is Sean Hattasey. And so there's also a couple other familiar faces you've likely seen from other shows and movies. So I will say I thought the kind of secondary cast was kind of cool in this movie.
Yeah.
I think they were good. I mean, it's a pretty, as you saw from the preview, it's a pretty evil premise, right? I mean, they're trying
Yeah.
to kill them. So what was but you like that part? You like the fact that when the game begins, your favorite part of the movie was what? When what happens?
Oh, my favorite part of the movie.
Whenever she wins, right?
Yeah, whenever she wins.
Yeah, it is
And
cool.
Probably also my best friend Jack's favorite part, if I had to guess.
Yes, our friend Jack, who goes with us to see many movies, he did quite a bit of clapping during the movie.
Yeah, and he was talking a good amount.
Yeah, he was pretty excited, which is okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I just wait till Mario movie.
Oh god, oh boy, yeah. So the movie, as you saw from the preview, the movie itself is a very dark theme. I mean, listen, they're trying to kill these poor girls, and I will say it's a bit of a spoiler alert to the fact that she's alive in the second one, so that kind of gives you a little bit of a giveaway from the first one.
Yeah.
But a couple other important things from this movie, I'd say. One is, we always talk about the music and the soundtrack. Not really a lot of big songs you're going to think about from this movie, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I do think they do a good job of using music to kind of set the tone. Like during great fight scenes, they use kind of cool, upbeat, kind of action music. They do a good job of doing that.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of there's no popular songs. I mean, there's some songs you've heard before, but nothing really that popular. So the music was kind of I'd say not as important in this one.
Yeah.
What about in terms of any other thing? I still think it was good in the theater, in terms of the action, the sound, just the special effects. I always think it's better in the theater. That's why we love going to the theater.
Yeah.
What did you think before you saw the movie? What did you think the movie was going to be like?
What do you mean out of numbers?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a 4. Sorry, a 5, and then after the movie it was a 4.
Yeah. I will say I went in with kind of low expectations. I didn't love the first one. I went in thinking it was going to be like a 3, and it ended up being a 4 for me, and I'll explain kind of why. What about thumbs up, thumbs down? What did you like? What did you not
My
like?
thumbs up was the acting, and my thumbs down was the demonic parts.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say my thumbs up was I thought the story, the actual premise of the movie and the premise of this contest, I thought was actually more original and interesting than the first one. The first one was just, basically the family she's marrying into is trying to kill her the whole time.
Yeah.
This one, I thought the actual premise of the contest was more interesting. I also thought, like I said earlier, I thought the secondary characters, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and others like Elijah Wood, like seeing those kind of characters. Like, I thought they're good actors, and so they kind of elevated the movie a little bit more than I expected. My thumbs down. I agree with Carter. We're not big fans of the kind of demonic theme, so that was kind of a downer for me. I also thought it was a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of, you kind of knew what was gonna. I kind of figured what was gonna happen. But there were some interesting surprises though too.
Yeah.
So overall, I would say, what as far as we always like to judge, do we recommend seeing it in the theater? Would you see it streaming, or would you not see it at all?
I would, if I had to rewatch it, it would be on streaming. And for people seeing it for the first time streaming, I would recommend.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's you may get a little bit benefit from the theater, as you always do, but I wouldn't be rushing out to the theater to see this one in particular.
No.
Yeah. So that's our thoughts on Ready or Not. Here we come to. What about as far as what are we going to see next?
Oh, don't we want to talk about what's coming out in April that we
Yeah,
want to see?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, we are seeing next Mario at my friend Jack's birthday party. And after that, the movies that come after that are the new Mummy movie that's coming out.
That looks so scary.
4 kids walk into a bank, which, who did I say was in that?
Liam Neeson?
Yes. And Michael
Michael Jackson movie, yep. Love music biopics.
and Devil Wears Prada 2 with the early showing at the end of the month.
Yep. So listen, we're getting the spring movie season off to a good start. There's a lot of good movies in April. And then we also have, if you haven't seen them yet, so now streaming, you can see Fire and Ash. You can see on Amazon's.
Well, we reviewed Scream 7 and Crime 101 are also streaming, but expensive.
Yeah, and then on Netflix, Anaconda and Bone Temple are out. So lots of good movies to stream right now if you're looking for a movie to watch. And then, so our next movie is going to be what? We're going to talk about next podcast. I think it'd be Mario. We haven't decided what we're going to make our next podcast though about.
But I think we're pretty sure Mario.
Yeah, maybe it might be Mario.
I'm more excited for Mario than he is because.
Yeah, you're a bigger fan of the Super Mario Galaxy. The last one was pretty good though.
Yeah, they're adding more Mario character movies, so my expectations, I think it will be better. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So listen, lots of great takeaways here. I think big fans of AMC. We continue to be. Lots of great. If you ever want to go see movies in the theater, AMC is definitely the way to go. They give great benefits. Definitely go see Dolby Atmos movies if you get a chance.
Oh, did you talk about what you get for your birthday?
Yep, a reminder. So this is my birthday month, so I get a free large popcorn, a free large drink at some point during the month of April, which I will definitely take advantage of.
Yep.
And then that's about it. Anything else you want to add, buddy?
No. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I'll just say lots of great movies are coming out in April, which we're excited to bring to you. So we will continue to go see movies in the theater and then bring it back to you here on different ends of the spectrum. So with that, my name is Brendan Donahue.
My name is Carter Donahue.
And we will see you next time. And as Carter likes to say, what do you say?
Remember to like and subscribe.
That's right. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.